One of the greatest skills that I have learned in my lifetime is to be resourceful. And when I think of being resourceful, to me, that means being creative, being a problem solver, being able to organize my thoughts in a really helpful way, and to know when I don't know the answer, to find someone who does. And never were my resourcefulness skills more needed than when I was my mom's caregiver. I was an accidental caregiver. I had no training, no plan, no experience. I had no clue. I was the only daughter with 4 brothers. I was the default caregiver, and all I knew was that I loved my mom. My mom, Mary Kelly, was a spunky little Irish lady. She emigrated to America and had 5 children, and she loved to travel. Anytime she got the opportunity, she would travel. Interesting that she never learned how to drive, but that never held her back. She was the happiest in her life when she had booked a trip, and she would even get her suitcase out weeks ahead, just because she was excited about the upcoming journey. So Mom had a series of medical issues that led to her coming to live in our home. And one of the biggest ones was she had some serious heart issues, which led to vascular dementia. And vascular dementia, unlike Alzheimer's, vascular dementia has to do with the lack of good blood flow from the heart to the brain, and it's intermittent. It comes and goes. And so every day, just so you know, if you're caring for someone with dementia, is like a day at the Improv without all the fun. You never, ever know who's going to walk out of the bedroom door, what age they're going to be, what they're going to say, what they're going to be worried about, what they think they're going to do that day. And most times you just kind of go with the flow, and as long as it's safe and everyone's good, you just relax and be Gumby, be flexible. As my mom aged, though, and as she really declined, she got more and more anxious, and she would ask me for the bus schedule to Ireland. And I asked her, I'd say, Mom, why do you need the bus schedule? And she said, well, I'm going on a journey. And I'd say, but Mom, the bus schedule from Michigan to Ireland is not very reliable. And she wasn't having any of that. No matter what I did, I tried to change the subject. I would try to divert her, and she wasn't having it. Every single day, she would ask me over and over again about the bus schedule to Ireland. And I was not responding well. I wasn't being resourceful. I was burned out. Until one night, a miracle happened. I got 8 hours of sleep. And I woke up the next day and I felt like a new person. And when I saw her sitting in her chair, she was really agitated and nervous, and she was rubbing her hands together, and I could tell the pained expression on her face. And I said, Mom, what's going on? You look worried. It's that Breda. I keep asking her for the bus schedule and she just won't get it for me. Now I have to tell you, my mom often referred to the 2 Bredas. There was the good Breda and the bad Breda. And bad Breda, she was horrible. She would give her medicine. She would not give her coffee in the middle of the night. And now bad Breda was not giving her the bus schedule that she needed. So my response was, Mom, don't you worry about her. I'm here today. I'm going to help you. I'm going to go to the computer. I had no idea what I was going to do. So I went over to the computer. I sat down, closed my eyes. I took a deep breath, and I thought, what can I do to help my mom? To take her to Ireland was out of the question. She was too frail. She couldn't even leave the house. But then I thought, well, what if I got her a ticket? What if I could get her a ticket to Ireland? So I Googled fake airline ticket. And up on the screen appeared the shell of a boarding pass. And I thought, oh. So there were empty fields, and the first one was departing airport. Easy enough, DTW, Detroit. Arriving airport. Now this was tricky. I could type in DUB for Dublin, or I could go for the gold. Heaven. Thought, I don't know the airport code for heaven. So I typed heaven, it took the whole word. Typed in mom's name, then it said travel dates. Open. Typed open, it took it. I looked at the ticket again and it said first class. Yes. And then I saw in the corner, it was American Airlines. Now, my brother works for American Airlines and my mom is really proud. She tells everyone, my son works for American Airlines for 25 years. She's so proud. This was perfect. So I found some cardstock, put it in the printer, hit print, spit it right out. I cut it to size, put it in an envelope, wrote my mom's name on the side, and then walked over to her chair and said, Mom, you don't have to worry anymore. You're good to go. She accepted the envelope. She looked at me and she opened it. She read it. And then she started to laugh. I'm going to show Father Will this one. And she did. She did. And the next few weeks when people came to visit her in her last days, they'd have a chat and a conversation. And then she would say, oh, wait, let me show you what Brita made for me. And she'd pull the ticket to heaven out of her handbag, which was right by her side. And she'd share it with them. And they'd all have a good laugh. And they'd tell her, Mary, you are so blessed. And you know, I know she felt blessed, but I still feel blessed. And the lesson that I learned is that when you are dealing with situations that you can't change and that you cannot fix, if you can find a way to understand what can you do to help? And if you have the wherewithal, if you're well rested, if you have cared for yourself, you are going to be resourceful and creative, and you will give yourself the greatest gift that you've ever